Today we'll be making some animated GIFs for GIPHY. Hi, I'm Diana, the artist behind MyMcDoodles. Welcome to my channel. Using GIFs in text messages or any messaging app or on Instagram is so popular, and I think everyone has heard of them by now, and an app called GIPHY. But if you have not, then you can go to giphy.com and check it out. So before we dive into creating your own GIFs, I'll just quickly mention that if you don't already have an artist account with GIPHY, you can create one. So you can upload your own GIFs on here and have them saved into your account and access them at any time. So you can just do stickers or GIFs or clips. You can just go through and use them in your Instagram stories or for text messages or whatever. Anyone can do this. So if you wanted your GIFs to be included in different social media apps like TikTok, Facebook, Instagram stories, Snapchat, that kind of thing, then you can apply for an artist channel and then you'll be searchable on those apps. When you go into this little GIF sticker, you can search different artists here. For example, here are my GIFs that are public and accessible for anyone to use. So if you wanted to have an account where you're searchable like that, you need to apply for an artist account on GIPHY. It's pretty simple to do. If you go to the frequently asked questions link and then click this GIPHY for brands and artists, it'll take you to this page with all these different links and helpful information. And you can see there is an option here called Apply for an Artist Channel. And then here, tips for submitting an application. I would recommend reading through these tips first to make sure you know what they're looking for and what's going to make your application process go more smoothly and be more likely that you get approved. So they tell you what they're looking for here. You should have at least 5 GIFs or stickers already uploaded into your account before you apply. So just make sure you follow that requirement, and then you can just take a look through here and see what else they're looking for. And then when you're ready, you can apply for an artist channel, and they have all of the instructions here. So I'll go ahead and link this in the description of the video so it's easy for you to access. There's a lot of cute Happy New Year gifts, and that's right up around the corner. So I thought, well, maybe we can make a Happy New Year one together, or a countdown or something like that. That's just really fun for New Year's. If you go on to GIPHY, you can see there's tons of GIFs where it's the whole canvas is filled, and then there's stickers, and those have transparency to them so that you can use them in your Instagram stories. The stickers are nice for Instagram stories, for example, because you can put it on your story, and then it still has the transparency in the background and everything. So today we're going to make a sticker. I'm using Procreate. My canvas is 1080 by 1080 pixels. At 300 dots per inch, you can make your canvas whatever size you wish. I would just recommend always working at 300 dots per inch so that you can use your artwork for a variety of projects. You're not restricted to only making it this tiny little GIF for your Instagram stories or whatever. So I tend to work always at 300 dots per inch or more, and the canvas does not have to be this size, but this is the preferable size for Instagram posts so it doesn't compress your image and make it blurry. I don't know if you've ever noticed that when you post something, it looks great on your iPad and then you post it and it looks all blurry. Well, it's because Instagram is compressing the file. It's too big. But if you post at this size, then it will look much clearer. So I tend to work at that size when it's something I know I'm going to post to Instagram. So without further ado, let's just start making our GIF. I have covered basic animation tutorials on this channel before. I'll link one up in the cards here and put it in the description of the video. The most recent one that we made together was to animate a snow globe, and it's a very simple animation. And this will be simple like that. If you're not familiar with animating in Procreate, then this might be a good starter project as well. I like to go with a nice clean brush for this because it is much nicer looking when it is used as a sticker. It's nice and clean on the edges, and the textured brushes just don't look as good to me, and they're a little bit harder to get like the threshold right where it doesn't leave like these black pixelated kind of like edges and stuff. It's a little tricky sometimes depending how textured your brush is. So I'm going with the monoline brush, and that is free with Procreate in the calligraphy section of the brush library. Just gonna write out 2022 in kind of like bubble letters. We'll color it a little bit to kind of give like a really simple animation. These GIFs are so fast to make because they're just like really, really simple animations. So for this, I'm just gonna make it like blink different colors. So we're just gonna take that layer and duplicate it and then alpha lock it. You can either tap on it and push alpha lock right here, or you can take two fingers and swipe to the right and it'll alpha lock that layer. And then I'm gonna grab a pink color and then just go ahead and click this and push fill layer. And that is a really quick way to change the color of the entire layer. So I'm just gonna do it again. You should practice duplicating from your original because as you duplicate from the copies, it also degrades the quality. So if you duplicate a bunch of times, your last copy is going to be blurry. So if you can duplicate from your original for something like this, where it's not like a whole lot of layers and it's also a really tiny image, it probably doesn't really matter, just as a general rule. Okay, so let's make that one like green. So I alpha locked it and then I'll push fill layer. And then I think I'll make one more and let's make that one like bright blue. And these are the colors I tend to work in a lot, but of course you can use whatever colors you wish. It might be kind of cool to do like a black, silver, gold, like something that's like more like New Year's Eve-ish. But I'm gonna go with these bright, fun colors because it kind of matches my whole theme. If you see my Instagram, most of my art is in these colors, and my gifts are all kind of like coordinating in these colors. So we have 4 layers. Now let's animate it and see how it looks. So you can go to the Actions menu, push Animation Assist, and then you already drew all of your frames, so you could just push play. I know it's going to be like really crazy looking because the default setting, it goes, the frames blink like way too fast, but let's try it. Yeah, it's like crazy anxiety inducing. So I tend to go to like 3 or 4 frames per second, and I kind of like that. That's kind of where I set most of mine, depending what they are, of course. If you want a smoother animation and it's something more complex, then you need it to go faster. But for a GIF, it's usually pretty good around like 3 or 4. So I think that looks pretty cute. That's going to be my first one. So to upload it to GIPHY, we wanted to have a transparent background. So I'm going to turn off this background color and then click the Actions menu again, and then push Share, and then just animate a GIF. And here is where you can mess around with the settings, like if you used a more textured brush and you're getting a lot of like black stuff around the edges. I'm not sure if it'll show for this because the brush is pretty clean. I can see it here. You probably can't see it on the camera. There's just like a tiny bit of it, but you can play around with the threshold here and it helps with that if you have like a weird border around here. And you can also change your frames per second here and just kind of like play around with these other settings and stuff too. If you have something that looks a little bit funky, you might need to adjust some of these things. And the way I do it is I just mess around with stuff, and that's how I learn and like figure out what looks good and what works for my particular style and my drawing. So I like this. I'm gonna export it. You could title it here, but it doesn't really matter for me in this case. I'm gonna export it to my camera roll. So I'm just gonna push Save Image. Okay, so now it should be in my camera roll ready to upload to GIPHY. So I'll go back over here to my GIPHY account. It's actually better if you can upload it from the desktop version, but I'll do one on the app and one on the desktop so that I can show you both ways. So I'm in my account and then go to uploads and then push this plus to create a new GIF or sticker, and then I'll just select my GIF from the device. It says 2022. Okay, push use, and then it's going to upload it here for me. Okay, and there it is. Now you do have the opportunity to add tags and stuff. It's a little different from the app. I like to do it from the desktop version. Like you can see here, it tags it, like it'll automatically tag your stickers transparent as one of the hashtags. But I like to add, like other hashtags that are relevant. And it's trickier to do it from here, but when I have it uploaded already, so I'll just add my tags in the desktop version. This is like the website version on the iPad. It looks a little different like on the desktop. It's way easier if you upload them right from the desktop version because you can add your tags like right then. Anyway, at least it's uploaded and it's saved, but it's maybe hard for people to search unless they search just like me. If they search at MyMcDoodles, then all of my stuff will come up. But if they're searching specific hashtags like Happy New Year or 2022, it won't show up. So it's better if you can upload it and add the tags, like all at once. But if you need to edit it for some reason, then you can click that pencil and then click your tag. And then I like to put my website here, and then it's set to public. And then the tags here, you can start typing stuff and it'll give you recommendations, and they're usually pretty good. It's better once you like start typing things because then it has an idea what it is. But sometimes it is pretty good too at just like recognizing what it is. So I think that it does some kind of screening. So I've got 2022 and I push the plus. So let's see what it recommends. 2021, I mean, no. So, okay, let's just type them in. So we'll put Happy New Year. Now it's starting to suggest other tags. So like Happy New Year's, okay. New Year 2021, or we could type New Year 2022. And so you can see how you can get like ideas of what people search for and like what tags might be helpful. So you can kind of go through here and just add all your stuff. And the last thing I put after, like, I would add more tags in this, but after I add all of my tags, I put my name as a tag so that it's easy to find my stuff. So if somebody's searching and they don't put like the at MyMcDoodles in the search bar, then they can just type, like if they just typed MyMcDoodles, they will still find me. So I put that as one of my tags. Okay. And then I put my name in case somebody searches me by my name instead of my like art account name. Okay, so we can just click the X. I see all the tags. It like automatically saves, so we can just click the X and they should all be there next time you take a look. They are. And so it's much easier if you upload it from here or from your computer rather than through the app. So that would be my suggestion, is to use the desktop version. All right, let's make another one. So that was really quick. Another one that's super quick is just drawing like little stars throughout it and then animating it. And that's a really cute one and it's really, really fast. So I'm just going to draw directly on each frame. But if you didn't want to do that, like if you wanted maybe some of the sparkles to be over top of your lettering or whatever, and you didn't necessarily, you want to still be able to move it around, you can create a group. So I would just make a new layer and then select both of those and group them up. And then each folder acts as its own layer in an animation. So that will be one frame. So you could do that if you want a less destructive method of um, drawing in your animation. But I am not going to overlap my sparkles, so it's okay. I'm just going to go for it and draw directly in the frame. And so I'm just going to add be like 3 and then go to the next frame, and I can see where those ones are. So I want to just like offset it a little bit. My layers are alpha locked, so make sure you turn that off so that you can draw in the layer or it won't let you. So let's put one here. Let's put one here and like here, and then go to the next frame. And you could really you could move these all over the canvas. That would be kind of like fun too and look really nice. They don't have to be all clustered together like this. Let's just see how it looks. Okay, that's pretty good. Another thing you could do to make it look like it has more of an impact and it's just actually just super easy is make the lettering or like the word different sizes in each one, or to like trace over it so it wiggles. I drew my stars directly in the layer, so I can't quickly like resize my 2022. If I had drawn it separately, like I just mentioned, then I could, but it's simple enough just to select it with the selection tool and then just kind of like make it a little bit smaller. And then the blue one too, so it's like every other frame. Since I have four, these ones are kind of in between. Let's just like make them a little smaller and see how that looks. So it's really subtle, but then it moves around a little bit. I feel like it gives it a little bit more of something interesting, and it's still super quick to create. You can really like crank out a bunch of these fairly quickly. I'd say each one takes like 5 minutes or less. Okay, so that looks good. So we could export that, and that could be another one to choose from. And then let's upload it on the like desktop version of this time. Go up here to upload, and it's a sticker. I'm getting it from my photo library, and it's this last one here. Okay, and this time the suggested tags are pretty good. So I'm gonna click Happy New Year, and I guess we could do Christmas. It's kind of like around the same season. Maybe Sparkle, and then 2022, and you can add in your other tags here, and you can just keep typing and put commas in between. It's a little bit faster. See, I did it here with a capital H, and it's suggesting me one with a lowercase h, so I don't know if like the capital letter matters. If you know, could you let me know in the comments so that we can all kind of find out? I don't think it would, but I don't know, maybe it does, because that's two separate tags, so maybe it does. Okay, and then you could just like go through and add in all your tags, and you can give it a rating. So all of mine are G, so I'm just gonna push G. I feel like it's better to give it a rating than to leave it unrated. At least this is like narrows it down for people who are searching. So I don't know, I'm just gonna put it's rated G, and then you can add it to your collection. You can make different categories here, and it's kind of nice because they're organized by like different folders or categories or whatever. But for now, I'm just going to push upload to GIPHY. Okay, you can see it's pretty fast. So let's make one more, and maybe this one could be a countdown. So this one I'm going to make frames counting down from 10, like it's New Year's Eve. Let's use the add text tool so that we can play around with that method. So I'm going to make it like really huge so it fills up the whole canvas. And you can resize it once you have it, the text placed there too, and it still will remain like really clear and crisp. You won't lose quality because it's still text. But once you, if you were to rasterize it, then you can no longer resize it. You can only make it smaller. If you make it bigger, it's going to look blurry. But as long as it's still text, it's okay. And then this is a really easy way because you could just duplicate that, and then you click it, click edit text, and then just make a 9, and then duplicate it again. Click edit text, make an 8, and all the way down to 0. Okay, so we have this mess. If you had animation assist turned on, then it wouldn't be so crazy. Well, it still looks pretty crazy. I was gonna say it would be less crazy, but it still looks kind of crazy. All right, so that is all of my layers. All I did was click on the animation assist, and then it made it into all of my layers down here along this bottom menu here. And then you can just push play. Whoa, that's too fast. So let's do frames per second. Well, why don't we just do 1 frame per second maybe? Or is that too slow? Maybe 2 frames per second. So it's like a countdown. That's pretty good. And then you could make each one a different color, or you could make it all the same color and just add like other fun stuff. I think I'm gonna leave mine all the same color because it's just so easy. And I'm gonna leave it pink. That would be cute to have maybe like the very last frame, say Happy New Year. And you could also just duplicate it, edit the text, and write Happy New Year. And then of course you'll have to shrink it down. It's like way too big for this. So let's go to the sizing. And then you can push select all because I can't see all the stuff to select. And then, well, my canvas got really little. Come back. There it is. Okay, and then you can adjust the size here. And I think it would be cute, like maybe like 3 lines of text like that. So I'm just going to center that up, and let's see how it looks. Yeah, that's cute. And then maybe you could add in like cute stars or something here. Maybe that could be a couple of frames. And you could just add in little sparkles. You could duplicate frames either from here and you slide left and push duplicate, or if you just select the frame that you want to duplicate, like I want to do this Happy New Year, and you push add frame but you hold it, it'll duplicate that exact same frame. So I'm going to make like 3 of those. It's a little tricky to see which is which down here right now because those are still text layers, so they're just indicated with this like letter A, and it makes all of them look the same. But I know that the last 3 frames are my Happy New Year text. This time, I'm going to make a new layer to draw my sparkles in, along with every Happy New Year frame, and then group the Happy New Year plus the layer that I'll draw my sparkles in into a folder. If you were just to draw straight into this text frame, it'll automatically rasterize your text and then you can't edit it. So it becomes like an image or like a drawing. And I might want to change the font or something. So I'm going to keep this in its own layer. So in the first frame of Happy New Year, I'm going to draw some cute little sparkles, maybe in this like light pink. And again, I'm just using the monoline brush, maybe some dots, maybe in a different color though, so that it looks like really festive and fun. So I've got bright green. Okay, then my next Happy New Year frame, I'm going to select that, go into this group, go to that blank layer, and draw in my stars. Maybe this time they could be blue, and then grab like bright pink, or that's the same color as the lettering, so let's do something different. Maybe this like light red. Which made it super confusing because my last frame, the dots, it shows them as red, and I just added in more red dots just to confuse you guys. Sorry about that. Okay, and then the last one, I'm going to go into my group, go to the layer that's blank. So I just went to draw, and Procreate popped up this like prompt box over here to ask me which layer I want to draw in, because I was just trying to draw in the group. So that's kind of like a helpful new feature that they've added to this newest version. So I'm in that group. I'm going to choose that blank layer to draw in. And then let's just add in some like green stars. And then for my dots, maybe I'll make them like this orange color. This time you can see them because I didn't make them red. Okay, so then let's push play and just see how this looks. I like that, that's pretty good. I'm going to turn off the back layer and go ahead and export it. It's easy just to go back on here, upload it as a sticker, straight from my photo library. Okay, it should show up on my channel here in a sec. And then it should be searchable on Instagram stories, usually within like, it's usually within a day, but sometimes it's right away. There we go. So we have a couple different New Year's gifts to choose from. If you'd like to use my gifts on Instagram, you can just search me at MyMcDoodles, and I have them all here available for you guys. And if you have suggestions of other ones that you would like to see added to the collection, I'm always adding new ones, so I'd love to hear what you suggest. I hope this tutorial was fun for you. Here's another video that you might enjoy. If you make some gifts, let me know. Put in the comments below what your channel is so we can find you when we're searching for cute gifts on our social media. Thanks so much for watching. See you next time.